So the National Soil Information System is very important to Zambia for several reasons. Number one, the country has embarked on a plan to refine our fertilizer recommendations. And owing to that, the National Soil Information System will help underpin decision-making insofar as refining of fertilizer recommendations is concerned. The second thing is we have a plan to grow our agricultural sector through increased agricultural productivity. And one way we can achieve that is to increase access to soil information in order to support decision-making by various stakeholders within the agricultural sector, most especially small-scale farmers.
A soil information system is very important and particularly needed at this point because there is quite a considerable amount of effort that has been put into the collection, the processing, as well as the effective management and dissemination of soil information.
We need the soil information system for Zambia, abbreviated ZAMSIS, because currently our soil information is fragmented and it's very difficult to quickly access it for decision making. And as you know, everything begins and ends in the soil. So we require this information to be able to inform policy decision makers about choices regarding climate regulation, choices regarding food production, which are really key for human development.
Key factors. So one of the key factors is one, ownership. As a country, I believe we need to own this process. It's a Zambian process. And considering that this data is on Zambia, so one of the key drivers to ensuring sustainability is if we institutionalize most of the activities related to the soil information system. Secondly, we need to develop a clear map, a clear roadmap that will help us, even in the future beyond, say, maybe project interventions for either other actors to come and build on, or later on government itself and some of the non-state actors within the country to be able to have a buy-in and invest in terms of continued support towards the soil information system. Yeah.
I think off the top of my head, I can think up of three. The first being the user needs, the second being the usability of this system, and then the third factor being the sustainability and partnership framework around it.
We need to stick to the standards and guidelines of how systems are supposed to be developed. We need to also to look at the security of the system. As you are aware, there's a lot of cyber security right now, so we need to be aware of those. And also we need storage. We need to plan for storage for now and for the future, for the expansion. We also need to plan for the scalability of the system and also to plan for the integration of other systems so that there is a seamless exchange of information amongst the different players.
So this workshop is achieving two things. Number one, it's helping us take stock of key stakeholders within the sector. Secondly, identify areas where there are gaps, including steps that are required to fill in those gaps. Thirdly, it is helping us think through our roadmap in terms of what we have initially planned in terms of, developing this soil information system. So coupled with the support we are receiving in terms of technical support from CABI, this workshop is helping us, reflect on some of the key steps we've aligned and try and think through ultimately what it is we want to achieve and what it is we envision in terms of a soil information system that we hope to achieve. Yeah.
I think the workshop has been quite helpful in terms of helping us reflect on the significance of engaging target users and also understanding what their information use and requirements are to inform the nature and and functionality of the subsequent soil information. I think the temptation is usually for the technocrats to focus on the system itself, how it will function, what kind of information it will provide, and the benefits of the users, without first starting with the potential users and understanding what their needs are, and then using that feedback to inform the process of setting up a SIS.
This workshop was very helpful. First, there was a kind of appreciation of a key roadmap of what factors influence success in formulating and eventually implementing a soil information system. And UNZA being a key role and a key trainer of soil experts, we see our role in one, ensuring that we provide relevant protocols and procedures that will help easy and quick data capture of soil, but also to provide the interpretation that is key for somebody to make a decision.
This is very important because, you know, most of the time when you don't have a soil information system, it's very hard for people to be able to access the data or to access the information that they need for their planning, whether it's the Ministry of Agriculture or the other ministries. All of them, they need this soil information system for them to be able to plan, to process, and eventually even to be able to trickle down to the users. It is also important because other producers also would have a place that they think that they can share the data, and that data can be available to other users.
The next step will probably to, especially in light of a broader understanding of the system requirements, and also the current SIS ecosystem, or ecosystem of both the producers of this soil information as well as the potential users. Hopefully the next step will be to try and engage these entities or identified user groups more, and have a more in-depth understanding of how a number of the proposed use cases or potential uses for the soil information, how relevant it would be to them, and also the format in which it should be availed to them, and how best we can make the system more user-friendly for them, but also how we can avail this information in a more ready-to-use format, as well as in a manner that best speaks to the actual needs, catering for the different user groups.
We intend to continue the collaborations with all the stakeholders that were involved in this workshop, starting with ZARI, which is one of the departments under the Ministry of Agriculture, and many other institutions or ministries that are involved, who are involved in this workshop. We will start collaborating and preparing the ground for the preparation for us to realize this important system for the government, which will help us even make good decisions based on the information about the soil.
So the good thing of starting with the SIS, especially when the country is initially working on the SIS project, is that now we'll be able to refine the framework, and also then other countries will be able to help other countries like Kenya, who are in the process of starting their SIS. Ghana is also another country, but also we'll be able to refine the framework and also be able to come back to a place, to Zambia, and still be able to work with them and see where they're at, and also be able to refine the framework and also be able to reiterate it or improve the framework.
So going forward, like I earlier mentioned, we've been given an opportunity to take stock of the gaps, identify key stakeholders who either have the relevant information that we may be looking for, or secondly, have the expertise that we might be able to leverage. So we'll use some of the lessons learned from this workshop to inform our planning, but also try and mainstream some of the activities within our day-to-day, within our day-to-day processes and planning, in order to make the activity a bit more sustainable beyond external support. For example, the support that we are receiving from donors, but we want to be able to, at the end of the day, have a system that will be sustainable and institutionalized within some of the, activities that we implement as a country. Yeah.